my head, so didn't have anything.
Well, here we are again for another episode of the Weekly Pulse. It's December already. And we're in our new recording space.
Yeah.
Notice the background's different. If you're watching on YouTube instead of just listening, we're in a new place.
We're at the gym.
Which is fitting because today that's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, we're in the first week of December, and already I know people are starting to think about fitness goals, New Year's goals, and at the top of the list for a lot of people is going to be getting movement back into their routine.
Yeah, getting movement going again, get back into the gym, maybe start going to the gym for the first time.
Yeah, starting after a long break, maybe since last year when you set a goal to go a year ago. And so that's what we want to start off with is typically around this time of year, we hear that story. Oh, I'm ready to get back in the gym. I need to get back in the gym. It's time to get some movement back in my routine. Gym regulars always talk about the first week of January, how it's really busy in there. And so we just thought we would bring some considerations for you guys to think about if you are thinking about either joining a gym or getting back into the gym, and hopefully not waiting until the new year. But if you are, here's some things to think about as you get started.
Yeah. Highland has a lot of options and a lot of good options to offer. So, figuring out which one to choose is important, and figuring out, because making sure you make the right choice is what's going to lead to sustainability long term, making sure it fits all your needs, whatever it is that you're looking for. And it checks all those boxes. So we're going to just give you a little rundown, hopefully give you some things to consider when trying to make this decision. So that way, when you do make a decision, you make the right one, and one that's going to last, hopefully for a lifetime.
Yeah, because ultimately the goal here is movement makes us feel better. It enhances everything in our lives. So our goal with today's episode is to steer you in the directions of getting moving, for just to feel good.
Yeah.
And I think
want everybody to move better,
which is probably a great place to start. One of the first things we want you to think about is what kind of workout are you wanting to do? What kind of gym are you wanting to go to? Because like Jeff said, it's really important to find that place that is going to last for a long time. And if you don't enjoy something, it's going to last as long as it's going to last. And that's until you can stand it. As long as your willpower and your motivation are running strong, which those are feelings. So those change with the day, the hour.
Those run out.
So, what kind of gym, what kind of a workout are you looking for?
Yeah, it could be, are you somebody who just wants yoga and you need yoga? There's a handful of options as places to go for yoga.
Yeah.
Do you want like Pilates? Do you want strength training? Do you want cardio? Do you want HIIT? There's so many. Boxing.
Do you want spin classes?
Yeah, there's so many different options. And like we said, Highland has so many different places that offer all these things. The options are there. It's just now which one best suits you and your needs. So, And that is not for us to tell you what it is.
Yeah, so that kind of leads into the where, because again, like Jeff started off with, we have a lot of places in Highland. We have a lot of great options to move your body. And even here at the gym, we have people who come to us for one thing, and I know they go to other places for other things. So again, thinking about what that routine looks like for you, and then finding that place. But when you're looking for that place, what are some things that we want, what are some things we can think about?
There's lots of things, what time works best for you to work out?
Yeah.
That's so important that you know that, so that way you can even see if the place that you're thinking even offers something at that time. Do you need 24-hour access?
Yeah. Do you want to work out alone? Do you want to be in a fitness class?
Do you need a coach?
Yeah. Do you need some more guidance to kind of help you along with the process? So, there's a lot of questions you can ask yourself in there, but again, start thinking about it versus just the run of the mill time to get back in the gym, right? So that's really what we're trying to create, that thought process in your head and thinking about your thinking about, what you're wanting to do.
Yeah. Which would be, what next important thing is, why are you going back?
Yeah.
You gotta know that.
what is your mindset around what movement means to you, what it does for you? And I'm just going to use a classic example here for mindset. Picture this. It's the beginning of the year. You're ready to get back into the gym. You have this unrealistic goal set to go every day. I'm going to go every day starting January 1st, for example. And so, what we want to do is get into the mindset more of thinking about a realistic goal about getting to the gym more, just once a week or a couple times a week, and making that goal long term. So that could be a mindset shift where it's a kind of the all in. I'm ready to go all in the gym.
Yeah. All in, all out, certainly want to try to, if you're one of those people, reconsider that option. And again, figure out what is a realistic amount of times. If you looked at it for a full year, how many times do I want to average for a full year? Is it, 2-3 times a week? For most people, that's where you're going to fall in line. It's 2 to 3 times per week is what you need to go for a gym, and then get your other movements outside of the gym. But, and I would think most places offer 2 to 3 times a week in some fashion. And then it's just a matter of, do their times line up with what you're looking for?
Yeah. And what are they offering? Does it line up with what you're looking for? Is it what you need? Mm-hmm. Versus just moving, almost mindlessly, like, oh, I'm going to go. And I don't want to dog on anybody's movement routine, but if you're, getting started is like, I'm just going to go walk on the treadmill. I think that's great to get started. But if when you're walking on the treadmill, you can feel that you need more, right? If you're needing guidance from a coach, like you look out at the gym and you see people strength training, or, you're, thinking about it in your head, it might be a good time to ask yourself if it's something that you do need more help with.
Yeah. And, I think people just feel like this is always something that we should be able to do by ourselves. But the reality is it's clearly not true. We all need a coach pretty much. There's, probably 5% of people in the country that actually do this entirely on their own. So unless you're one of the 5%, you probably need a coach.
Yeah.
And I need a coach.
Yeah. We utilize people and as a coach, I utilize coaches to help me succeed in all areas of my life. So I think that just, getting started with those first few questions, what kind of workout are you looking for? Where do you want to go? And what kind of help do you need? Kind of leads us, obviously we've got the mindset piece in there. But once you narrow down places that you would like to go to, at Pulse, we do what I would, an interview with people. Yeah. Not an interview to hire them, but
we can just go, let's just kind of go through what our, kind of step-by-step process is. Once somebody reaches out to us, our goal is to find a time that works for you to come into the gym when we can just meet one-on-one. You're not going to jump into a class right away. You're not going to jump into anything. You get to come in, check it out, and see if this is even remotely a good fit just by walking in the door, knowing that you don't have to do anything, and just check it out and let us, sit down and talk. And then it's just more of an interview process to see what you're looking for. Do we meet your needs? And, Is this a place for you? And we'll help you figure that out. And if this isn't the right place, that's okay.
Yeah. Hopefully if it's not, we will definitely help direct you in the right direction to the place that meets your needs. Like Jeff said, I think it's really important to sit down and really dig into your why. I know when we brought that up a second ago, you might be like, I don't know why I want to go to the gym. I just think I should. Well, sitting down with somebody, a coach, somebody who can offer guidance, really kind of opens up the door and the possibilities to changing that story in your head about, what exactly you're looking for and why, and instead of just letting it spin around and think, well, I just need to.
Yeah. And another thing that we didn't touch on that I think everybody should consider is this a place for beginners? Because a lot of people are, I would say 99% of all of our clients were beginners before they started here.
Yes.
Maybe they'd worked out in the past, but they were back at beginner status when they came in here.
Yes. And I do, I like to tell people, and because this is a true story. I don't have to make it up. We do a great job at getting a beginner started. And I couldn't even name the number of people who have been here for a couple workouts, and they'll come to me and they'll be like, I just can't believe that I can do all of this. I really had an idea in my head of what my first workouts were going to look like. And I really thought I was going to be behind and I wasn't going to be able to complete the movements. And the way you've started me off, I feel like I can do more. And that is the best compliment that I can receive, is having someone tell me that they are ready to do more and they feel like they can do more. And that's simply because of the process that we use to get people started.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I think we do. One of the best things that we offer is getting somebody in the beginner level, get you started feeling super comfortable and knowing that you're going to walk out of here knowing you could have probably done more, and you're going to feel good. We're not going to crush you. We're not going to, unfortunately there's just been a lot of horror stories that we've heard from people's first experiences at places, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah. A lot of times people think workouts have to be intense and the goal is to be really sore and not be able to move. And I would say that we're just the opposite of that.
Quite the opposite. Sometimes people are like, oh yeah, it feels good to be sore. No, it doesn't. Like if you had the choice to work out hard or, at the level you want and not be sore or be sore, I'm pretty sure you would choose not be sore.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I will. I don't particularly enjoy being sore.
So, with that being said, interview the people that you want to work with.
Yeah. Sit down, make sure have that conversation to make sure you're in the right place.
Yeah. If you have some expectations and questions, the people that, you're going to, work with, they are going to be more than happy to answer those.
Yeah. And, to be honest, once you leave a place, you know how hard it is to go to the next place and just get right started. There's going to be a delay. You're going to take time off. We've seen this cycle run for people over and over, or they take time off and then they end up right back here, however long later, because they weren't able to find another home or something that worked for them. So, get it right the first time so you don't have to, otherwise you're just really setting yourself back if you, make those errors just because you didn't ask people the right questions.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else, Tina?
Just consider if it's something that you're going to start and that you're a self-starter, like Jeff talked about, that 5% of people who can just do this stuff on your own. And it is that time that you're telling yourself that story that it's time to get back in the gym. I would just start slow with realistic expectations of what actual movement routine looks like for you. And an easy way to do that is to start off with maybe a weekly goal or a monthly goal versus it's time to go to the gym every day this week.
Yeah. And those 5%, they're already doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're the ones that are like, oh, you're here.
Yeah. So if you think you're one of the 5% that's not doing it right now, you're probably not one of the 5%. Sorry.
Bottom line, whatever you guys take away from today, the considerations, movement is good for us. It is something that is going to enhance every area of your life, from how your body feels to how your mind feels to how you show up out in the world, for your family and your job and everywhere else, anywhere you want to show up feeling good and feeling your best. Movement is going to be just a great starting point for that. So get moving.
Yeah, get moving. Find your home.
Yeah.